Those old men are all masters of the mystical realm, and each of them is completely capable of fighting with the master of the martial arts alliance. Hearing this, Peng Chong-woon was immediately surprised. Because of his aura, I can't accurately sense their cultivation level, so I think they are stronger than me. But all of them are enlightened grandmasters. But that's not all. Alliance head Lee Mok sweated. Squint one eye to one side. Especially, the man with his eyes covered by a black cloth must be a peak enlightened grandmaster. On par with me, he is someone who is worthy of being called one of the 5 strongest. Unbelievable, their power is terrible. The 12 people behind the 3 top leaders are also true grandmasters. The 100 martial artists behind him are all entry grandmasters or higher as well. I am planning attack the demon sect leader first, but this situation doesn't seem to work. We have to deal with them first. If we can't preserve all our strength, the risk of defeat this time will be very high. The old men looked at the martial arts group and smiled. Look at how surprised they were. The old man next to him reminded him. Crazed blade lead. They will all die sooner or later. You don't have to. Why care so much? Ya Woon Gang heard that and immediately smiled. Oh my god, why is this person so grumpy? Enjoy their eyes. Flaming blade leader. He is 6 Blades Martial School's executive. Crazed blade leader. Ya Woon Gang. No Dogyong heard his reminder but didn't say anything but thought in his heart. Maybe you can't feel it anymore since you're already old. Cocky bastard. This person is 6 Blades Martial School's executive. Flaming blade leader. No Dogyong. When this person comes from behind, everything is already arranged under the castle's underground. Just need give out the signal. Everyone present here will immediately go to hell. No Dogyong looked towards them and reminded. Is the 7 stars blade formation not enough? As long as we get rid of the demonic cult leader, the problem will be solved. I don't think there's a need to use the heaven-shattering exploding thunder though. For those who don't know, the heaven-shattering exploding thunder, a weapon created 100 years ago by an explosive expert. No Gyukya, which was 5 times more powerful than the common exploding thunder. But Yi Wook doesn't think so. We have to consider the case that they already have backup plan. As long as we eliminate them, we can get closer to the final plan. This person is 6 Blades Martial School's executive. Blade Art Master, Yi Wook. No Dogyong pondered at this time. Maybe because of losing his little brother Yi Beak, he has become more and more cold-blooded. I'm only helping him because of the Blade Lord's order, but even without my help, anyone who has become this person's target will never survive. At this moment, a drum sound rang out, attracting the attention of the people present. The master of the Heavenly Devil sect had arrived. Hearing these words, all 3 people immediately looked in that direction with serious eyes. Yi Wook immediately raised his voice transmission vigilance. Once the leader of the demon sect arrived in the middle of the city, the plan would begin. What a contract. Ridiculous. On the occasion of the gathering of the 3 great forces of martial arts, I will wipe them all out. Let them know what imperfection is. But this time other people, I noticed one thing again. The demon cult people seemed to be carrying something. Those things looked really big and looked a lot like a coffin. Of members of the demon cult quickly put the coffin on the ground. Wang Hale then with his bright face looked towards the group of 6 martial arts sect. Saw him looking this way. The group of people, they immediately looked back. When Wang Hale quickly opened the box they brought, each bomb inside quickly fell. The appearance of those things made the 6 martial people arts sect was shocked. And the others didn't know what it was. But the 3 sect masters of 6 martial arts sect knew very well, so they immediately became angry. No way, how could they? Wang Hale didn't even look at them but quickly walked forward. Immediately knelt down on one knee. We sincerely apologize for being late. Due to fate, the amount of iron balls is too much. So we have to make sure to clean up every last firecracker before we can come here. Demon Lord. Yi Wook now began to feel that something was wrong. Gal Mojam also couldn't believe it. Looking in the direction Wang Hale was looking, Lee Mok was stunned at this moment. That ordinary name was actually the demon sect leader. Are they kidding us? The person Wang Hale knelt down called the sect leader seriously asked his subordinates. Have they been verified? West Hall official, Ya Hyung Jin trembled and replied. These large quantities of bombs have been found underground. Before he could finish speaking, Northern Military Yong Jo next to him got angry. The number is much bigger than the exploding thunder we have in the palace armory. Why could those iron balls appear here? Hearing the conversation of the people above, the other people were immediately scared because of the number present. The reason for these iron balls must be at least 500. Isn't it only the government officials who can use that? Where do they get so many? Then people are called the leader of the demon sect immediately used his internal force to inject it into his arm, causing the lightning bolts to quickly be drawn back into his palm. Yi Wook could also feel it. That telekinesis. Is he really the leader of the demon sect? So he can completely hide his aura. But it's strange. Still, something is up. It's way past noon, but I can't see His Highness anyway. Wasn't it those bastards' goal to make a treaty from the beginning? This is what you're making up. Right. Chon Yo Woon. Namgung Gyung also angrily looked in that direction at this time. Is that official really the demonic cult leader? I still can't feel anything with my chi sense. So how can that be possible? The other person turned his head to look at Yongzhou and asked, "You know who did this? Right, I hope you can be honest with His Majesty the Emperor." Yongzhou immediately accepted the order. If there was no warning from the demon sect leader, something big would have happened. We will definitely convey the word to His Majesty. The rest will rely heavily on you. Then he will immediately join. Hyung Jin left this place. At this moment Crazed Blade Lead didn't even bother to keep his expression and immediately exploded in spirit. So we were trapped from the beginning. It's okay, this time let me go forward and deal with him once and for all. Yi Wook also ordered his subordinates. Close it. Hearing the slogan, he immediately blew the trumpet loudly, in his own hands, after he had just finished his whistle. Above the citadel there were people quickly approaching here. The battle between the two sides quickly broke out. Because there was no time to prepare, the martial arts side was a bit overwhelmed. The people of the Sixth Martial Arts sect were indeed very determined this time, so they prepared very carefully. After when they cut the rope of the castle door from above, the door immediately fell down, sealing everyone inside. Yi Wook looked at the alliance head. Lee Mok smiled. I occupied the castle gate just in case. Hyung Jin turned to look. We're being chased. Yongzhou shouted. Don't look around and keep running to the north gate. They were being chased by Crazed Blade Lead behind the people on top of the city gate. When they saw that, they looked down nervously. Damn, they're about to be caught up. Ya Woon Gang looked towards them and smiled. You guys are a little timid. You still have. Where are you running to? Obediently stay there and die. Yongzhou looked at him and sweat immediately fell like rain. It was too late. Thought everything was over. After one hit, very strong coming from him. But his expression was stunned when a sword appeared blocking his blade. A person with a mask appeared looking towards him with red eyes glowing like blood. Ya Woon Gang looked at the person who was blocking him and was trembling. Then Ya Woon Gang angrily screamed, "That bastard, Dark King." After speaking he used force to push the Dark King back. But after all, with the name Dark King, he is not the average person, but moved his blade to force Ya Woon Gang to dodge. His feet of Ya Woon Gang slid on the ground, then changed a position with a horizontal slash straight towards Dark King. Seeing his attack position, Dark King was completely stunned. I doubt he could swing his sword in that position. After speaking, the two separated so they could keep a distance and adjust their status. Ya Woon Gang laughed loudly, as expected of him being the protector of the demon religion. Just after fighting him a few moves, I saw him. It's a bit stressful, but right now he looks at Yongzhou and Hyung Jin running away. He's angry. Damn it, I need to catch up to those guys. Yi Wook is only in the distance. The north gate was open. We're gonna end up losing them. Just finished speaking, his internal energy immediately controlled the weapons of the subordinates behind him. He seemed to very determined, not letting the other two escape like that. The others saw the painful tongues flying around in the middle and were always scared. It couldn't be. It was using telekinesis. The painful tongues got worse and worse. There was no other way to approach Hyung Jin. He could only follow Yongzhou out the door, not bothering to look behind. But this time Yi Wook's face was on his side. His hands wrinkled together again. Yi Wook's hand stood still, shaking, and he shouted, "Someone took control of my chi sword control." What? That's impossible. At this time there was a guy who quickly took off his human skin mask, along with laughing, and took off the cloak that was covering his body, with the blade carried across his back, his long hair flying in the air. along with his arms reaching straight forward to block Yi Wook. His eyes full of sharpness. Alliance head Lee Mok was next to him thinking. He took control of his chi sword control. That's possible. Gal Mojam clenched his teeth. Is this the life and death realm? Unbelievable. Yo Woon at this moment waved his hands, receiving the man's sword back. His blades were controlled by Yo Woon. Turned back and stabbed straight at Yi Wook. Recognized the move familiar knowledge. He knew that is this just regular chi sword control. There was no other way. His arm quickly touched the blade, using beautiful sword strokes to stop them. Pieces of the sword quickly crumbled and fell to the ground. But this also missed the opportunity for the other two to escape. Yi Wook felt this with anger. Damn it, our great power. Sure enough, he won't stand still and look at the demon sect master Yo Woon. Taoist master Chong Su looked towards Yo Woon thinking, I met him not long ago, but his aura has completely changed despite his appearance staying the same. It's already surprising enough that it's possible to improve in that short amount of time. But the atmosphere around him has also changed. I can now feel that he is a lord, a head of an organization. Gal Mojam looked towards him with an angry face. Remembering his subordinate's report, the people who had located the dragon tiger claw was this man called Yang Danhua, the province of Henan's eastern branch leader and a young man with a very pale face. I think they came from the 10,000 Great Mountains. But considering how respectful Yang Danhua was, he must have been of high ranking within the demonic cult. I'm certain now that I've seen his face. So it was the demonic cult leader who slit the throats of my nephews, the Yellow River 3 demons, and brought the dragon tiger claw down. I want to rush forward and crush him immediately angry. But to destroy him, everyone here must join forces. But it seems like I'm not the only one with that intention. Namgung Gyung looked towards the others. Thinking bomb, those explosives are 3 times bigger than what we have. To have planted all that under us. He really wants to destroy all martial artists present here. 6 martial arts sect are the dangerous people. But not people who can be taken advantage of. Even Alliance head Lee Mok couldn't fight one-on-one with the demon cult leader. The Alliance head's expression trembled and darkened. In front is the enemy. Behind is also the enemy. We have to choose who to attack before. But suddenly when this a talking voice rang out, Namgung Patriarch, or should I call you the Heavens Master of Blue Heaven Society? Hearing this, his eyes were surprised. What? In the martial arts world, very few people know my identity. Does he perhaps have spies even in ours? Tang Pilson, member of Hydra Yin, Master of the Blue Heaven Society, Sichuan Tang Clan Vice Patriarch, saw Namgung Gyung's eyes and immediately asked, Is there something you want to say to me, Heaven's Master? Namgung Gyung shook his head. Oh, it's nothing. Don't mind me. Yin Master. Looks like he hasn't approached the Yin Master. That means. Yi Wook continues now. So may I ask your permission? Straight to the point. I'm sure you're aware that the demonic cult is a lot more of a threat to the Orthodox Alliance than we are. Right, that man is no longer human. However, he is alone at the moment. What are you trying to say? Are you? Yes. Right now, it's possible to kill that expert martial artist at the life and dream realm. Namgung Gyung frowned, sweating. He continued, I'm sure even he won't be able to fend off dozens of martial artists at the evolutionary realm and the mystic realm. I know you have a hidden card up your sleeve as well. According to my calculations, I believe that we'll lose about 80% of our forces. But that is a good trade. Namgung Gyung also has thoughts in his heart. Does he know about the supreme martial physique too? Ni definitely has planted a spy in our society. It doesn't seem like he knows about the society leader though. Yi Wook continues to broadcast, don't worry. We'll lead the attack. Will you fight alongside us? Namgung Gyung looked towards Yo Woon thinking, I guess the demonic cult leader really is that strong. For even the supreme saber of 6 martial arts sect to propose an alliance. He is right. I have no right to choose. This is the only chance we have at killing him. I already talked to the Yellow River Supreme Leader, Gal Mojam, even the Unorthodox Alliance. Namgung Gyung frowned thinking, he sure acted fast, and knew that the time had come so he had to accept that request. Alright, but it's just while we're fighting the demonic cult leader. There is no time, so you must convince the Murim Alliance head yourself. Alright, the Alliance head will agree with my decision anyway. He's mad enough to break the Alliance. So there is no way he would not agree with me. Gal Mojam on the side screamed. Listen, He is our enemy, the demonic cult leader, Chon Yo-woon, who brought down the dragon Tiger Claw. Tonight, we shall comfort the souls of our lost comrades with his blood. Follow me. 6 martial arts sect also spoke up. Descendants of the supreme saber god, we must eliminate the demonic cult leader for our great cause. Have no fear. Screams began to echo everywhere. At this time Namgung-gyung walked to Lee Mok's side. Alliance head, this is our chance. We need to work with them to attack the demonic cult leader first. Heard this, Lee Mok's eyes darkened. It was this expression of Lee Mok that made Namgung-gyung feel uneasy. But Lee Mok did not say anything and left the position I'm standing in. And he appeared next to Yo-woon's feet, with a steadfast gaze looking at him. Namgung-gyung saw that and was surprised. What is he doing? Is he planning to confront him alone? Before he could finish speaking, even Taoist Master Chong-su followed his leader. Along with that, people from the Martial Arts Alliance appeared right behind. Even though Yi Wook couldn't see it, with his inner energy he still felt that something bad was about to happen. At this time the members of the Martial Arts League also began to take action to surround Namgung-gyung's group. Yo-woon walked to the side of the Alliance head. Lee Mok nodded. Seeing the situation like right now, Namgung-gyung can't believe his eyes. What's going on? Why is he making eye contact with him? Can't help but be curious as he calls out, Alliance head, what are you doing? What the hell? Maybe you want to join forces with the demon cult. Lee Mok looked at him and shouted, Namgung Patriarch, I could ask you the same thing. Why are you trying to side with our enemies? His voice immediately made him freeze on the spot. What exactly was going on? In a deep forest near the royal palace, 2 figures stood facing each other. Finally, after all, how many days did they meet? This person is Lee Mok. Let's get straight to the point. What is it all about? Is a secret organization sabotaging the alliance? Yo-woon nodded. As you read in that letter, Alliance head, I think you know a little bit, but it seems this is the first time you've heard it. They have extremist ideologies, want to destroy everything and create a new world. At first glance, this does not seem to harm your martial arts. But now they have expanded their power and established a new world. The organization is called the Blue Heaven Society. Hearing this name, Lee Mok's eyes quickly narrowed. Yo-woon continued. Many members of the Martial Arts League acted according to his orders. Them and even the orders from them take priority over the orders of the alliance leader. This is the list and organizational records that we have learned so far. Unfortunately, it has not been adjusted yet. Find out the truth of the leader and their leaders. And the leader is none other than Namgung-gyung. Now he remembers the look on his face when he urged him to use the alliance leader mandate. Thinking here, Lee Mok's palm holds the book in his hand. The Namgung Patriarch. Lee Mok continues to ask, so what do you want to do? There must be a reason when you tell me something. Hey, surely you didn't do that just because you were worried about my position. Or were you secretly implying that they would overthrow Martial Arts Alliance? And Yo-woon's next information made him calm down. They are going to work with the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts sect to attack us during the NANO festival. A bloody battle there will take place, this is for sure. This war will not only ended with the death of him and the elders, but it also led to the destruction of the martial arts sect. But we're not too late. The reason we're meeting here is in order to prevent that. We've been enemies for long, but it'd be bad for us too if the alliance were to disappear. We need the Murim alliance in Jungyuan. Lee Mok looked towards Yo-woon thinking, this guy is test me. Seeing him like that, Yo-woon continued, you can't believe it, right? I also don't expect you to believe it right away. So I want to make a suggestion. It's essential in reversing their plans. From now on, once the time comes, I had so badly hoped. Keep an eye on them. Alliance head. And that's what the two of you plotted together. Lee Mok's face darkened. It's almost time. I hoped it wasn't like that. But Six's messenger, the martial arts sect, colluded with Namgung, the patriarch, hoping that such a thing would not happen. But it was beyond his control because it was actually true. That's when Namgung-gyung screamed at him. Master, what the hell are you doing? Are you really planning to cooperate with the demon sect? Lee Mok was angry at this time. Namgung Patriarch, do you intend to ally with those traitors? Do you want to join ranks with those pagan leftists? Hearing this, he slowed down a beat. What did he just say? Yi Wook then spoke up. Murim Alliance head, You have already announced to break the alliance with the demon sect. So why are you acting so shamelessly? I didn't expect those bastards to take sides. I really didn't expect those in my dreams. Lee Mok continued. That's rich coming from someone who planted all those bombs underground. I remember all those letters you sent pressing me to break the alliance. Do you think that my leader doesn't know that you set someone up to forge that letter? Namgung Gyung was surprised at this time. That letter was fake. Lee Mok now continue. You made a very small, but lethal mistake. I was able to work with cult leader Chon in secret because I found out that it was all orchestrated thanks to this mistake. After all those years of being enemies with the demonic cult, the one thing that I learned is that they do not refer to themselves as the demonic cult, but as the heavenly demon divide cult. Yi Wook heard this and sighed. Damn, who would have thought that he would be discovered by such small details? Lee Mok did not care at this time and immediately mobilized his army. I will destroy those who threaten the safety of the empire, dime in and break the alliance's trust. We will not join hands with the rebels. We will follow the alliance. Namgung Gyung then clenched his teeth. Damn, I can't believe it. Things happened like this. A voice echoed. Heaven's Master, what shall we do? The morale of the soldiers is decreasing. Knowing this, Namgung Gyung clutched the blade in his hand. I can't turn back from this. Even if I am framed and a large sacrifice must be made. I must kill the demonic cult leader here. He pulled out his blade screaming. Do not be shaken, my brothers of the blue heaven. We are dominant absolute advantage in this battle. Now is the only chance to destroy the demonic cult leader. All of you please follow me for the Blue Heaven Society. Defeat the demonic cult to revive the Blue Heaven Society. Lee Mok looked over there and pondered. In the end, did you still do that? Namgung Patriarch. However, I cannot let that organization exist. I need to bring him down here. At this time he turned his head to look at the royal army. Song Bak, why are you still standing there? Quickly lead the army forward. But Song Bak's response made Lee Mok really surprised. I apologize, but I have decided that the White Ring Squad will not be following your orders. We are going to bring the demonic cult leader down. Hope that the leader will be safe in this battle. Lee Mok knew that the situation was not okay and immediately asked. Leader, the situation seems to be not okay. Is there any way out? Had just finished speaking when the gate was finally closed, making the others who saw that immediately confused. Taoist Master Chong Su was confused. Cult leader, what are you planning to do? That is the only way for us to retreat. Yi Wook saw this and laughed loudly. The demon cult leader personally blocked it. Way back, really thank you for saving me trouble. But Yo Woon smiled. No need to thank. I did it so you guys couldn't run away. Yi Wook looked at him in confusion. What the hell were you talking about? But suddenly he felt a strong aura gradually approaching. There were quite a few of them. All of them are the ultimate masters and they are outside the city walls. Their footsteps quickly landed below the ground. They were standing on top of the citadel and looking down at the people below. Wang Hale smiled and said loudly, why is it so late to be a defender for the leader? Taoist Master Chong Su was surprised. Defender, so that was the demonic cult leader's rearguard team. But just like that, before he could finish guessing, the defenders jumped down. The leader spoke up. You're so mean. You've been with the cult leader this entire time. You don't have any right to say that. Now they've all gathered. The girl quickly spoke up. I, Mun Gyu, the second sword troop leader of the 6th Swords Troop. Greet the Demon Lord. After she introduced herself first, the others also quickly introduced their full names. An aura radiates, making the atmosphere here extremely serious. Now all the forces of the demon sect have fully gathered for this final battle. Yi Wook feels. They are the 6th Swords Troop. It doesn't matter, it's just that the number of sacrifices will increase. But before he could finish his sentence, he continued to stop. This time Lee Mok was also scared. What is this overwhelming aura? Someone is approaching at lightning speed. At this time that person appears from above the sky with training techniques. This makes those below scared by his technique, the void steps. Gal Mojam also gasped in surprise. No way, that guy is. He's the man who killed 3,000 on his own and made the 30 waterways the 18 waterways. The unrivaled sword Wang Jun. Gal Mojam touched the wound on his face with a harsh voice. How did you appear here? The unrivaled sword, one of the 5 great martial artists. What is he doing here? Seems like his appearance has made the atmosphere hotter than ever. But what is more surprising is that he clasped his hands in front of the demon cult leader. Wang Jun have come running at your order. Demon Lord. Finished speaking, he immediately knelt down on one knee. We greet the great heavenly demon divine cult's demon lord. The voice was like, they're so loud. Yi Wook was no longer as happy as before, when everything was beyond his expectations. Because even the royal palace guards and 3.000 soldiers turned towards the demon cult leader. What was this all about? The ordinary soldiers, seeing the scene before them, began to become confused. Mang, what? They are all demonic cult members. Did the unrivaled sword Wang Jun just call the demonic cult leader, Demon Lord? Namgung Gyung is also not out of them. It can't be. What is going on? Yo Woon now spoke up. I told you, no one can escape. This is your grave. I, Chon Yo Woon, the second heavenly demon of the great heavenly demon divine cult, order you. All the traitors here must go to hell today. Please destroy them all for me. Lee Mok looked in that direction and thought, the heavenly demon, he's calling himself by the name of the man who walked the path of a tyrant. Is he declaring that he will walk the same path as him? On the other side of the group, they saw people with the same demonic religion rush in and immediately grasp their weapons in their hands. One person also turned around. The first mission made me so excited. Then I'll go for the head first. Gal Mojam clenched his teeth. Damn, he intended to target me first. A clash between two conflicting sides. The two people's blades and swords created large friction lines. At this moment, Wang Jun's eyes were filled with emotion again. One of the three great elders of the six martial arts sect appeared. The one, how can the strong oppress the weak like that? The aura between the two is always extremely fierce. Gal Mojam looked in that direction and clenched his teeth. Is that old man calling me weak? Right now a voice transmission came. Work with the Blue Heaven Society to attack the demonic cult leader. I'll take care of this man. Gal Mojam has no choice but to give orders. 18 waterways follow me. We will strike the demonic cult leader. At this time, Wang Jun, who was fighting with the peerless swordsman, also praised him, wielding that giant great sword as if it's nothing more than a branch stick. As expected of one of the 5 great martial artists, the unrivaled sword Wang Jun is also very interested in the name in front of him. What unique footwork, he dodging my attacks without moving more than 3 steps. Is he that confident that he can dodge my attacks? Right now neither side is willing to give in to the other. They are always looking for ways to defeat the other. Sword attacks powerful magic was given at an extremely close distance. But the old man was not the average person as he raised his hand one-on-one. And the two blades continued to collide with each other. A piece of ground, thick, was also destroyed. The unrivaled sword's footsteps, Wang Jun took a step back. But in his heart he was extremely enjoying it. It seemed he was one of the leaders of the 6 martial arts sect that the leader mentioned. His cultivation level can be said to be on par with me. I did not expect that there is such a person in this martial arts world. No, Dogyong does not accept being outdone. But on the contrary, the central plains are vast. Very big. You are one of the 5 great masters. Right. You need to be that strong in order to be a match for me. Wang Jun looked towards him and shook his head. Wouldn't it have been better to fight the Demon Lord if you want someone strong? Old man. But no, Dogyong doesn't care. That's not necessary, because I have already prepared a personal gift for your leader. So the new person is here to fight. Fight me. Hearing this, Wang Jun laughed. What a sinister old man. Okay, I've already stretched my muscles and bones. Now let me see how to fight seriously. The remaining war is still going on very fiercely between the two sides. They rush into each other with the intention of protecting both their masters. Damn, the Murim Alliance members are getting in our way. We need to attack the demonic cult leader together. But where is he? The boss has started his fight. At this moment, suddenly the men from the Imperial Guard rushed straight towards Namgung Gyung. There was no other way. He could only clench his teeth. Using the best strength, rushed straight towards first. Knock him out. First, we have to clean up the small shrimp of the demon cult. But before he can act, the person he has to face is Lee Mok. But he was stopped by the great elder of the 6 martial arts sect. Does that guy dare to confront the leader alone? Yi Wook looked at Lee Mok in front of him in shock. Daring to use Kagong to oppress me. Leader, do you think you can win against me? Then let me help you understand the current situation. The ground beneath his feet was immediately guided by the true air and flew up into the sky. Lee Mok immediately felt better when he saw this. Just as he thought, he used Kagong to attack. The rocks flew like wind and feathers, completely making Lee Mok fall into a corner. This technique is so powerful. Each piece of stone is like a cannonball. But he doesn't stop here. He also frantically attacks many more things. And other people are accidentally hit, leading to death. Another person observed from afar and wondered. It was so terrible, as expected of a battle between peerless masters. But with the situation like this, the leader cannot cooperate with the leader. Demonic cult leader again. Namgung Gyung gritted his teeth and thought to himself, but at this rate, we won't be able to attack the demonic cult leader together. Suddenly there was a transmission sound. Heaven's Master. Namgung Gyung turned around. Vic Patriarch of Tang, when did you get there? It's still dangerous by the stage. The guardian martial artists of the demonic cult are. Look to the side. Heaven's Master. The unorthodox alliance is fighting the guardian martial artists right now. We were able to get here thanks to them. Now, watch what I do. Heaven's Master. Vin Patriarch, are you going to? Namgung Gyung widened his eyes and opened his mouth in surprise. At this time, Vin Patriarch reached into his shirt to get something. And showing my determined face. With this last bottle of formless poison, I will go down together with the demonic cult leader. The Sichuan Tang clan is known for being second to none when it comes to poisons. The formless poison was a poison made by the Tang clan. It would not have been an exaggeration to say that it is the most powerful poison in Jungyuan. This lethal poison has neither scent nor taste. But the second it touches a person's skin, even the most expert martial artist would die within 15 minutes. It was banned in the Murim Alliance because of how dangerous it was. So its recipe, along with all the bottles made, were destroyed in front of all the masters. But after Namgung Gyung witnessed that bottle of poison, he panicked and thought, so not all were destroyed. Then he transmitted the voice, wait. Vic Patriarch, you can't do this on your own. It's best that you do this after we activate the Supreme Martial Physique. But he shook his head. It might be too late then. The demonic cult leader is distracted right now, so this is the best chance we have. I will sacrifice my own life to take him to hell with me. So please close your eyes. He was sad. I understand. I will be here with you until your last moment of sacrifice. Vic Patriarch looked that way with his eyes full of determination. He immediately rushed up. The others saw this and immediately panicked. With the Million Poison Man technique, which will let me exude poison from my body, combined with the formless poison, I would even be able to kill the Grand Luo immortals. Even though that kind of poison was like using a despicable method. Because of it, the Tang clan is not recognized in this central plains. The Supreme Saber of Six Martial Arts sect is going better than I expected. Just try to wait a little longer. Only 5 steps left. That distance is more than enough. He quickly drank the entire bottle of the million poison into his body. And threw the bottle down. Extreme poison constantly spreads in the body. Our body has already received countless types of poison, but our intestines are still hot like this. But it's okay. I will sacrifice myself to kill the demonic cult leader and the Blue Heavens shall thrive. Only then can the reputation of the Tang clan spread throughout the Central Plains once again.